24HM0044, 25HM0044, 25HM0046, all REHABI, 25HM0060, 25HM0061. But before we start, let's have an opening prayer first, we lead by Engineer Bolera.
Let's bow down our heads and feel the presence of the Lord, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we come before you today in unity and faith. We thank you for all you have given us and the many blessings in our lives. We ask for your guidance and strength. Show us the way and fill us with courage and wisdom. Help us to remember your love and grace and to be faithful in our service to you. Give us the patience and understanding to face life challenges with grace. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
So before we start, let's have an reading of our attendance. We have a quorum.
Good morning, everyone. So here are the attendees for today's pre-week conference. So we have our presiding officer, our back vice chairperson, Army Pigongo, since our back chairperson is not present. And then our back regular members, Jenna M. Sugabo, Christian George B. Paling, back provisional members, Dennis A. Tumala, Bernard Z. Duran, Francis Dale, Julie Gutong, back PWG head, RCD M. Katipay, back PWG members, J. Vincent C. Paling, Ivan John Liang, Alan P. Malikay, Rex Impal, Jeff Dohay Lungsod, Angelo Delera, Domino Dominic Niala, Rigel Kent Vicoy, John Carl Tambahoyot, and Jennifer Armirola. Our back secretariat head is not present. Our back secretariat members, we have present members, Maria Estrella Gracia Remolio, Maria Evacuation Bation, yours truly, and Gladys Marie M. Malikay. So since majority of the back is present, therefore the back is in quorum.
Thank you, Engineer Bation. So since we have a quorum, let's continue our pre-week conference. Now we have the first agenda. First is the presentation and explanation of the back, prices of or subtopics, basic contract data, including contract description, ABC, and duration to be discussed by Engineer Ivan Jan BDM. Second is the requirement of biddings, documents including structural bidders, general conditions of contract, special condition of contract, specifications, drawings, and bill of quantities and forms to be discussed by Engineer Richard Kent Bicoy. The third subtopic is the documents to be submitted by the bidders, discussed by Engineer Allen Malikay. The checklist and technical and financial proposal by Engineer Dominic B. Niala. Fourth is the criteria and procedure comprises of four subtopic eligibility check to be discussed by Engineer Maria Estrella Gracia Remolio. Second is preliminary examination of bids to be discussed by Engineer J. Vincent Paling. Third is detailed evaluation of bids to be discussed by Engineer Angelo B. Dolera. The post-qualification of LCB and award to be discussed by Engineer Jeff Doylungsod and Engineer Bernard Z. Duran. For summary, one proceeding including supplemental bid bulletin to be issued, be discussed by Engineer Maria Evacuation Bation. For the question and answers to be said by yours truly and other matters. So let's start with our first topic.
Good morning. For the first topic, basic contract data including contract description, ABC, and duration. For item number 1, with contract ID 25HM0044 REHABI, local program, national building program, buildings and other structures, multipurpose facilities, construction completion of DPWH Siquijor DEO building, Maria Siquijor Phase 3, with an appropriation of 50 million and ABC of 49 million, with contract duration of 330 calendar days with major category of BICWO PLC, buildings construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories, with physical target of 3 stories. Item number 2, with contract ID 25HM0046, REHAB, local program, national building program, buildings and other structure, multipurpose facilities, construction of DPWH Siquijor DEO multipurpose evacuation center building, Maria Siquijor, with an appropriation of 30 million and ABC of 29,400,000, and with contract duration of 240 calendar days with major category of BICWO PLC, buildings construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 story, with physical target of 2 stories. Item number 3, with contract ID 25HM0060, capital outlay, farm to market road, FMR projects, repair, rehabilitation, and construction of farm to market roads, concreting of Barangay Tacloban to Barangay Olo FMR, Barangay Tacloban Secure with an appropriation of 15 million and ABC of 14,925,000 with contract duration of 73 calendar days with major category of RCP roads construction PCCP with physical target of 594 meters. Item number 4 with contract ID 25HM0061, capital outlay, farm to market road, FMR projects, repair, rehabilitation, and construction of farm to market roads, concreting of Barangay Talayong to SITIO BONACAN FMR, Barangay Talayong LAZI secure, with an appropriation of 15 million and ABC of 14,925,000, with contract duration of 73 calendar days, with major category of RCP roads construction PCCP, with physical target of 678 meters. The dropping and opening of this bid will be on March 26, 2025.
Morning, everyone. Requirements of bidding documents, including instruction to bidders, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities, and forms. The bidder shall submit one original and 2 copies of the first technical and second financial components of its bid. Contents of bidding documents, the set of bidding documents for the specific contract and consist of the documents listed below and bulletins issued in accordance with ITB Clause 11. Number 1, invitation to bid. Number 2, instructions to bidder. Number 3, bid data sheets. 4, general conditions of contract. Number 5, special conditions of contract. Number 6, specifications and drawings. 7, bill of quantities. 8, checklist of technical and financial documents. Number 9, bidding forms. The DPWH shall post the complete set of bidding documents at its website www.dpwh.gov.ph and at PhilJeps www.philjeps.gov.ph for the general reference of the public for every contract to be procured starting on the first day of advertisement of the invitation to bid. Any prospective bidders or other interested party may thus view or download the bidding documents from the aforementioned website. The bidder should note that the procuring entity shall only accept bid from the bidders that have purchased the bidding documents from the office indicated in the invitation to bid, or have downloaded the bidding documents from the websites of DPWH and PhilJeps, subject to the payment of the fee for the bidding documents upon submission of their bids. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bids are contained in the bidding documents. The DPWH procuring entity shall also make hard copies of the contracts received. Invitation to bid available to prospective bidders upon payment of a bidding document fee in accordance to Appendix 8 of 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184.
Checklist for technical documents. Number one, for technical component envelope, the Class A documents. For legal documents, letter A, valid field chief's registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages. Or B, registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Trade and Industry, for sole proprietorship or cooperative development authority for cooperatives or its equivalent document. And C, mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. And D, tax clearance for Executive Order number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Technical documents. E, statement of prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded by but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. And F, statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract is LCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. And G, Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PICAB license, or special PICAB license in case of joint ventures, and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. And H, original copy of bid security. If in the form of a surety bond, submit also certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. And I, project requirements which shall include the following. A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B, list of contractors, key personnel, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. C, list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and other purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. And J, original duly signed omnibus one statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the group.
Next is the checklist of financial documents. For financial documents, letter K, the prospective bidder's audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities, stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. And letter I, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. Class B documents. Letter M, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized
statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Financial component envelope. Letter N. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under RA number 9184. Letter O. Original of duly signed bid prices in the bid of quantities and P. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And letter Q, cash flow by quarter. That's it.
Good morning once again. The criteria and procedure for eligibility check. As per section 30.1 of the revised IRR of RA 9184 states that the bank shall open the first envelope, technical envelopes in public to determine each bidder's compliance with the documents required to be submitted for eligibility and for the technical requirements as prescribed in the said IRR. After opening the first envelope, the bank shall simultaneously conduct the electronic eligibility check and preliminary examination of the technical components of the bids. Electronic eligibility check shall be done by using the data and program in the DPWH Civil Works application. Only the participating contractor who submits the original receipt for payment of the bidding documents for the contract issued by any DPWH field office will be considered by the procuring entity to be undertaken with the electronic eligibility evaluation, clause number 26.1 of the instruction to bidders.
For preliminary examination of bids as per section 30 of the 2016 revised RRA of RA 9184. Prior to bid evaluation, the BAC shall examine the first technical component of the bids using pass or fail criteria to determine whether all the required documents are present. Bids that fail to include any requirements or are incomplete or patently insufficient shall be considered as failed. Reading out and recording the following per clause number 27.6 of the instructions to bidders. Letter A, name of the bidder. B, whether there is a technical modification or substitution. C, presence, amount, and validity of the bid security. D, presence or absence of each document comprising the technical proposal as per checklist of the required documents. Only the bids that are determined to contain all the bid requirements of the technical component shall be considered for the opening and evaluation of their financial component.
Detailed evaluation comparison of bids. Section 31 of the instruction to bidders. The procuring entity shall evaluate and compare in detail only the bids that are rated as complying for both technical and financial proposal pursuant to ITB Clause 26. The bid with the lowest price in the ranking shall be identified as the lowest calculated bid. To determine the lowest calculated bid, the BAC shall use non-discretionary pass or fail criteria as stated in the IB, which shall include a consideration of the following: completeness of the bid, arithmetical corrections, evaluation on equal footing to ensure fair and competitive bid comparison. Rule on discrepancies per section 32.2.3 of the revised IRR of RA 9184. In case of discrepancies between bid prices in figures and in words, the latter shall prevail. Total price per item and unit price for the item as extended or multiplied by the quantity of that item, the latter shall prevail. Stated total price and the actual sum of prices of component items, the latter shall prevail. Unit cost in the detailed estimate and unit cost in the BOQ, the latter shall prevail. The corrected per item cost for all items shall be the basis for the corrected grand total cost. The total calculated bid prices are obtained after making the detailed evaluation and corrections according to the above mentioned criterion.
Good morning. Cost qualification of the lowest calculated bid Section 33D of the instruction to bidders. If the BOC determines the bidder with the LCB passes all the criteria for post-qualification, it shall declare the seed bid as the lowest calculated responsive bid and recommend it to the award of the contract to the seed bidder and its submitted price or its calculated bid price, whichever is lower. Per DO 127 Series 2018, dated August 16, 2018, pursuant to Item 34.3B2 of the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Public Act Number 9184, and to ensure that all DPWH projects are completed without delay, all bids and award committees, Central Regional District, are hereby directed to strictly apply, among others, during the conduct of post-qualification award of contract, the following guidelines. During post-qualification, the BOC shall determine the bidder's compliance through letter A, verification and validation of the bidder's stated competence and experience. Letter B, verification of competence and experience of the bidder's key personnel to be assigned to the contract in which the accreditation of the materials engineer per DO number 98, series of 2016, and accreditation of project engineer per DO number 148, series of 2024, as form part of the requirements and is against the minimum requirements under the bid data sheet. Letter C, verification and availability and commitment and or inspection and testing for the required capacities and operating condition of major equipment units. Letter D, checking the performance of the bidder on its ongoing government and private contracts. The BOC verifies any of these deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence. The agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award for the procurement of the infrastructure projects. The result of the contractor performance evaluation system CPS should also be considered with the concerned BOC in determining the responsiveness of the contractor's bid before any award of contract.
Good morning. For award to the bidder with lowest calculated responsive bid. Per Section 37 of the revised IIR of RA 9184, the BOC shall recommend the award of contract to the bidder with the LCRB, HRRB, or SCRB after the completion of post-qualification process within the period not exceeding 15 calendar days from the recommendation to the award the contract. The hope shall approve or disapprove the said recommendation. Prior to issuance of notice of award to the contractor, the BOC shall check whether the contract is still within the bid validity period and all the legal, technical, and financial requirements shall still be valid. Within 10 days from receipt of by the winning bidder of the notice of award, the documentary requirements should be complied before the contract may be awarded. In the event of disapproval, which shall be based only on valid, reasonable, and justifiable grounds, as provided for under Section 41 of this IRR, the hope shall notify the BOC and the bidder in writing of such decision and the grounds for it. When applicable, the BOC shall conduct a post-qualification of the bidder with the next lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid as provided in Section 34.6 of this IR. That's all.
So the next topic is a summary of proceedings, including clarification or amendment of bidding documents through bid bulletins. This is under Instruction to Bidders, Clause 11. The entire procurement process shall be in accordance with the updated 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 and its implementing rules and regulations. The procurement schedule will be followed unless amendment will be issued. Bidders may request clarifications or an interpretation of any part of the bidding documents. Such a request must be in writing and submitted to the procuring entity at the address indicated in the bidding documents at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set for the submission and receipt of bids. The BOC of the procuring entity shall respond to the said request by issuing a bid bulletin. The BOC, upon its initiative, may also issue supplemental or bid bulletins to amend or clarify any provision of the bidding documents not later than 7 calendar days before the deadline of the receipt of bids. Any supplemental or bid bulletin issued by the Bids and Awards Committee shall be posted on the websites of the DPWH and the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilGEPS. It shall be the responsibility of all bidders who secure the bidding documents to inquire and secure supplemental or bid bulletins that may be issued by the BOC. However, bidders who have submitted bids before the issuance of the supplemental or bid bulletin must be informed and allowed to modify or withdraw their bids in accordance with the instruction to bidders clause 24. That's all.
Thank you, everybody. Any questions and comments from the bidders for any back questions, back members question? So since there's none, our preview conference this morning is adjourned. Thank you and good morning.